Hello guys and girls, my name is Levitee. Welcome back to the DBA week number 9. Today we're here to face BoxTurtleGaming and the Tenesse Torterras. This is actually a division match and a very important one at that. This game potentially could be a playoff decider because this will basically decide who will be the second seed in our division, right? I currently am right now, but if Box were to beat me here, then he would be. So, let me tell you the team I brought. We have 3 attacks, home close Mega Aerodactyls, specially defensive Porygon 2, physically defensive Alomomola, Choice Scarf Xurkitree, Hobbenberry, Kieran Black, and Klefki. And the team he brought was Haxorus, Primarina, Mega Beedrill, Skarmory, Sudowoodo, and Blacephalon. Now, last time, if you guys remember week 2, when we fought him before, he swept us with Blacephalon. I did not want that to happen again. So, but there was a bigger problem when I was building, which was the Haxorus. And let me tell you something, this Haxorus is a pain in the butt to build for. Because the original Alomomola set I had was, well, my set currently is Ice Beam, Wish, Toxic, and Protect. I had Whirlpool over Ice Beam before, because my original thought was, okay, I'm just going to be able to Toxic and Whirlpool stall this Haxorus. But I knew Box was building with TJ, and I knew TJ likes to use Substitute on his setup sweepers. So I was like, okay, there's a very high chance he's going to run Sub, Dragon Dance, Earthquake, Dragon Move, and Lumberry. And that's the exact set he brought. So my Klefki set was basically the anti-Haxorus. It had Magnet Rise, Foul Play, Toxic, and Spikes. It cannot touch me at all. But let's get right into the battle. So he leads with the Mega Beedrill. I lead with my Kieran Black, and my thought process behind this was on the options that potentially TJ told him to lead with the Haxorus and try and set up in turn 1 and just try and sweep me right off the bat like that. My thought process was, okay, I'm going to lead with Kieran Black to prevent that from happening because Kieran Black is basically setup bait for this. Like I said in the intro, Kieran Black was Hobbenberry, so we would have lived a Dragon Claw, whatever he did for me, and I would have demolished him back with a Ice Beam or a Dragon Claw. So I predicted in the U-turn here, so I tried to click Roost here to get the health back from the U-turn, but that unfortunately did not. I think he might have thought I was Scarf Kieran Black by the way I led with it like this. Which makes sense, I guess. So he sends out Primarina here. I'm not going to stay in, even though Fusion Bolt would hurt this thing, because I have Porygon 2 right there, which does take hits from this thing very well. And that's not Choice Specs Primarina. Judging by that damage, like that does a very no damage to my Porygon 2, and I knew right then and there it was not Specs. He sent in the Sudowoodo here, so I clicked Thunderbolt predicting him to send in the Skarmory, but it was okay. So I go in the Alomomola here because I know this thing really can't do anything to me, but he whips out the Power Punch, which surprised me. I'm like, okay, I still don't know what this thing is going to do to me. So at this point, I'm just like, okay, I'm just going to Toxic stall this thing, let it die to the Toxic and the Wish right not. So yeah. Alomomola was actually very good this match. It did a lot of walling, especially like handling the Sudowoodo and to handle the Haxorus. So I'm going to go ahead and skip a few turns here because it's not important. So he switches out the Sudowoodo to keep it alive, sends in the Haxorus here, and I'm like, okay, I'm fine with this. I'm just going to stay in, Wish up, and once he clicked Subbed right there, I knew the exact set he was. Lumberry, Sub, Earthquake, Dragon Move, and Dragon Dance. I knew the exact set he was, so I was like, okay, I can't lose to this thing. Like, I can't. Klefki beats it 1v1. So, I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna spam Ice Beam here, because I don't want you to keep spamming Substitute. And if I clicked, like, Toxic when he clicked Sub, he would've got a free Sub up, and that could've been really bad for me. So I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna let this thing do this, so I'm just gonna keep spamming Ice Beam. So he switches out here into the Primarina. And this is fine by me, because Porygon 2 is right there. I click Protector to scout what he wants to go for. He shows that he is the Energy Ball. I'm like, okay, good knowledge to know. I can go in the Porygon 2 here, as he clicks Moonblast, and 100% confirming he is not choiced at all, as he switches up his moves. So I gotta recover here, because my Porygon 2 is at half health, and I don't want that. Goes right into the Sudowoodo here. I think I go hard on Alomomola here. Yeah, I go hard on Alomomola and just let him die to the Toxic. At this point, there's no reason for me not to attack him. Safest play is to just Wish here, which is what I do. As he whips out the Head Smash, and my Alomomola will be all healed up next turn, which is good. Send in Primarina here. I Protect here, get my Wish health up, and I just send in Porygon 2 this turn, because like I said, it takes any hit that he wants to do to me. He makes a read. Goes in the Mega Beedrill, so I'm like, okay, I'm just going to go Klefki here, because Klefki will be immune to the Poison type attack, and I'll take a Bug type attack really well. And he whips out the knockoff here. If I would have stayed in with Porygon 2 on the knockoff, getting rid of my Eviolite would have been very huge for him, very bad for me. So I am happy that I got my Porygon 2 out of there. So I'm going to decide to, I want to show my Magnet Rise right here. Prankster, of course, is going to let us move first. And he can't, this Beedrill cannot touch me at all. So he's forced to U-turn here. And I get a free Spike Up, which is super nice for me. Helps whittle something down like Primarina Haxorus. So he sends in the Skarmory here. I'm like, okay, he's probably just going to Rocks or Defog here. Gets up his Rocks. So Xerkatry is a very safe play. And even if he did Iron Head me or Brave Bird, Xerkatry would have lived that and potentially scare this thing out. So Xerkatry comes in, and this Skarmory, he's just going to sack it here, take massive damage. I don't actually think this is the smartest play because him sacking Skarmory here gave me a Beast Boost. Yeah, he had Haxorus right there, which could have ate a Thunderbolt, but like, it's Xerkatry. You don't mess with Xerkatry. So, get our Beast Boost, and we knock out the Skarmory, annoying Pokemon gone. So he sends in the Mega Beedrill here, so I'm like, okay, this is time. This is time. I was Choice Scarf Xerkatry to outspeed this thing, and I'm max speed timid. You can't outspeed me. So I'm just like, time to whip out the Thunderbolt. Time to show that I'm 100% Scarf. And I knock out the Beedrill here. Big threat gone on his side, or my side. So the way he brought this Blacephalon in like this, I'm thinking to myself, okay, this thing is 100% Scarf. There's no way you're not. Because you 100% know that my Xerkatry is Scarf right now after outspeeding the Mega Beedrill. So I'm like, okay, not going to keep my Zerk in here because Zerk is still nice for Primarina. Can knock out that. And it can knock out the Haxorus. And we outspeed as well if he is not speed boosted from Dragon Dance. So I switch out into my Porygon 2 because I know I can take any hit from this thing. Porygon 2 also was very good this match. Took hits from like Primarina and Blacephalon really well. Sends in the Haxorus here, so he's going to take Spikes damage and beat below half now, which is really nice for me. I just recover up because this is my safest play. And he goes right back into the Primarina. I don't know why. I think he might have predicted me to go into a Lomomola, but there was really no reason for me not to do that because the Haxorus was already at 38% health. It wasn't really much of a problem anymore. And he actually doubles right back into the Haxorus, taking more spike damage, which is really nice for me in the long run as I whip out the Thunderbolt. And now this Haxorus is completely dead because it is dead to Spike. And if he Dragon Danced here, he wouldn't have won the game either way because, one, I would have clicked Toxic on this thing and it would have died to Toxic. Or like I said, Klefki was right there win the game. So he's going to click Dragon Claw there. And I'm just going to be able to knock this thing out with a Toxic. Actually, no. I forgot the Lumberry was right there. So I switch out into my Klefki because I know I wall him 100%. And he is also not in range to set up a substitute, which is super nice as well. So he has to switch here because he knows he can't touch me. And there's no reason for me really not to Magnet Rise here. So I'm going to keep my Klefki alive just in case that Haxorus tries to do anything else. Actually, there's really no point for me even to do that because Haxorus is dead to Spike at this point. So I send in my Porygon 2 because I wall this thing. He gets a crit there, really unfortunate, but it doesn't really matter. Primarina's going to take Toxic damage. I have to recover up, of course. I think he Scald Burns me here. Nope, he just fires off a Moonblast. Gets a special attack drop. Doesn't really matter though because this Primarina is slowly dying. Anyway, I recover up. I'm just like, okay, I should just let this thing die to Toxic. Gets a burn on me. I don't really mind that though. I'm not sure if I recover up. Okay, I just knock him out here. The smarter play might have actually been to recover up there. But it's what it is. So he sends in the Blacephalon here. And here's where I think he kind of, potentially through the late game, I think he could have won here if he played this better. So he whips out the trick here, giving me the Choice Scarf. And the reason why I say, well, this is kind of a misplay on his part. And the reason why I say that is because without the Choice Scarf, he was not outspeeding Mega Aerodactyl, and he needed that Choice Scarf to outspeed my Mega Aerodactyl. So I think that was kind of a misplay on his part, because now Mega Aerodactyl wins the game, unless he wanted to try and trick me again and get my Choice Scarf, but it was whatever. So I'm free to sack something now against this thing, because like I said, Aero wins me the game right here, and the Hax is dead to Spike, which is nice. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna double into a little Mola here, just kind of see what kind of damage this Blacephalon wants to do to me, see what kind of nature he is and stuff. So I see the Shadow Ball, it's 68% to me. Edge Protector, get some leftovers recovery, and I just sack off my Klefki here because there's no reason to keep it alive because Hax was dead to Spikes. No reason, he has no way to get rid of him either. I'm just like, okay, just gonna fire for Toxic and outspeed with the Prankster. And like I said, Aero just cleans the game, and Haxorus is dead to spikes. Doesn't matter how many beast boosts he gets, Aero is going to come in. And I didn't want to risk the Aqua Tail or Stone Edge miss here. I was like, okay, I'm just going to calc to make sure Wing Attack and Oko with this thing, which it did. So I'm like, okay, no reason for me not to click Wing Attack. So it does knock out the Blissaflone, and Haxorus comes in, being dead to the spike. Even if it wasn't dead to the spike there, like I said, Aero outspeed the outsped that Haxorus there, so it didn't even matter there. So yeah, some of our new trades came in handy this week. Aero, of course, cleaning up late game. Klefki coming in, being that anti-Haxorus set, getting up that clutch spike, which did knock out the Haxorus. And Searcher, of course, knocking out 2 of his Pokemon, being Scarf. But yeah, this was a very important win for us, and I'm happy we did get it. A 5-0 at that, so pretty good for our differential and our points. So yeah, if you guys just enjoyed this battle, don't forget to click the button down below. I'm gonna get the heck out of here. Hope you guys have a beautiful day.